It's the radio guy, Mike Prince. Welcome back to the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline, where we are very excited to introduce to the rest of the Southwestern Athletic Conference the newly hired basketball coach for the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff Golden Lions, and that's none other than Coach Solomon Bozeman. How you doing, sir, and welcome to the show.
I'm doing good. I'm extremely blessed, extremely blessed. So excited to be on the show.
Yes, sir. We're excited to have you on, and I might as well say welcome to the Southwestern Athletic Conference as well. It's another theme of a good son returning home. You're a native of Arkansas, so for those who are not familiar with Mr. Solomon Bozeman, why don't you bring us up to speed on how you got on your journey's landing here at Pine Bluff?
Man, just a lot of hard work, honestly. When I finished playing basketball overseas, I got a call from Joe Golden. I was actually in Qatar, and he kind of just called me and told me he wanted me to be an assistant coach, but I wouldn't, get paid a lot of money. So, I had to decide during that time to really just put the basketball down and go all in because I knew I wanted to coach one day, but I didn't know it would come that fast. So when he presented that opportunity, I went to Abilene Christian, um, actually intern, but got the position as a assistant coach. Got that title. Just kind of worked hard from there, and ended up getting offered a job by Arkansas State 2 years later, and then I also got offered by Little Rock, which is my alma mater, with Coach Flanagan. I spent 2 years there with him, and then Coach Mills and Oral Roberts, who would spend time with Baylor. Him and Coach McCaskey were really good friends. He actually offered me the job after Little Rock, and I've been at Oral Roberts the last 3 years, man. So it's been an exciting time, man. It's been a blessing. Um, that's kind of my journey, man. In my 7 years of being in this business, man, I've been kind of moving every 2, 3 years. So I'm excited, man, about joining the SWAC conference. I have some friends that I know in this SWAC conference, some mentors, some old coaches. So I'm excited about it.
Yes, sir. Well, it's exciting to have you part of the conference, as you know that the brand and the level of play for the SWAC has been increasing throughout the years. And for those who've been attached for a long time, has always known that there was some great talent, not on just the basketball court, but just across the gamut of athletics as a whole. Now, with you coming on a strong run with Oral Roberts, made it to the Sweet 16, and it seemed like things are moving fast for you. And I noticed that you said between a 2 and 3 year period you were rotating, and that's part of the, I guess, the move of the game to move up on the food chain to get us such a position as you are right now.
Yeah, it's definitely a lot of movement. You once you grind it, as hard as I do, and other guys in this business that grind it and that works hard, you're definitely gonna move. As long as you put in that time. So, like I said, man, it's definitely an exciting time for SWAC basketball, especially with Bethune-Cookman and Florida A&M joining the conference. So I can't wait. I'm excited to get going.
We're on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline with newly hired basketball coach for the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff Golden Lions, Solomon Bozeman. Now, with you being with the experience that you've had playing under various programs, was it concerning, or should we say challenging, coming into a different budget tier that you may have been accustomed to, like from the likes of an Oral Roberts and the other locations that you've been at?
Not for me, man. I started at Abilene Christian when it was, at the bottom, so I kind of, know what it looks like, not having a lot of money, not having the resources. Kind of how we got through those times was just by just trying to outwork people and relationships and doing things together. So that's kind of what we're doing here at UAPB. We just working as hard as we can, and we're dealing with the challenges that we have by just out trying to outwork people. So
Absolutely.
yep.
And I do know that you're coming in on what's considered late as a basketball hire. Do you see that as a disadvantage or an advantage in disguise?
Man, I look at it as for most people it may be a disadvantage, but for me it's I've always been a worker, so um, there's no excuse. You just got to get the job done. So I've kind of already been prepared to if I to like I was going to get the job, even though I didn't know I would get it, but I was preparing like it was mine. So I had recruits that were going to come with me and things like that. So no, I don't look at it as a disadvantage. I just look at it as an opportunity, honestly.
Okay, and it's ironic that you would say that because when you are putting your name out there for a potential head coaching job, and you still having the duties and responsibilities, because one of the pluses that's the rave about your coaching is your recruiting. How do you balance that between I'm recruiting you, but I might be going somewhere else? How do you lay that out, or do you even discuss that at all?
Man, it's just all about relationships, honestly. Most of these kids, I've had relationships with. Like even one of my point guards, I've had a relationship with him since he was 10 years old. So it's just relationships at the same time, but it's definitely something that you have to balance, especially when you're transitioning to a new job.
Right, right, right. And so with this portal craze that's going on right now, are you going to be one of these traditional coaches that's going to try to build a program through the high school ranks, or are you going to take advantage of the portals and transfer students so it can be a plug and play system? And they say hit the ground running.
Man, I like both. I want to get in that portal and get some kids out of that portal, but I also want to get some good high school kids. So I would say I would like to do a mixture. I want to do both because at the same time, man, you can go out and find some high school kids that are really talented, really skilled. A lot of people are jumping in this portal, but you could miss on some of these high school kids that are just as good as some of these older kids. So I definitely don't want to overlook those kids. So no, I would say a mixture.
Coach, with you coming to the program, uh, how many scholarships will you have available to work with to build your team?
I'm bringing in 9 new guys this year. Nine.
Okay.
Yep.
And
Yep.
so will there be 9 scholarships that you have available for your program?
Yep. 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 9 scholarships.
Okay, very good, very good.
Yep. Yep. So I brought in nine guys for this 21 class. Um, so I feel really good about it.
We wish you major success, man. Only time that I honestly be pulling slightly against is when you play my Panthers at Prairie View. But other than that, that's
Oh man, hey man, Prairie View man is gonna be tough, man. Byron is doing a great job, man, phenomenal job up there. So
yes,
man,
sir.
I've been watching a lot of film on them, man. He does a great job, man. He's taking that program to another level. Yeah, that's it. He's tough, man. He's tough, man. I've been watching some stuff on him. He's really good. Uh, One of the better coaches, man. Like the swag coaches, man, don't get enough credit, and he's one of those guys. Just from watching the film that I watched and what people said about him, he's one of those guys he's one of the better coaches in the country.
Yes, sir.
He is. Don't look at the swag. I mean, he's one of the better coaches in the country, man. He knows what he's doing. So I definitely watched probably about 10 to 12 of his games. He does a phenomenal job, man.
Okay, very good. Now, when you say if you had to characterize what a Bozeman team would look like, how would you paint that picture?
Tough, gritty, team that's gonna fly around, play together on the offensive end, and be one of the toughest teams, on that defensive end.
Well, when you talk about the defensive side of things, it's hard to get kids to buy in today, in particular, the defense first, offense second. How do you get over that?
I think it's just a mentality. It's something that you gotta, put in your kids from day one. You just gotta set that tone that this is the type of team that we're gonna be. So to me, it's all about the mentality and that mindset. So that's what I look forward to doing, as soon as these guys step on campus from day one.
Okay, now I know you had a lot of things to try to fill in a short time, scheduling, recruiting, and things of that nature, understanding and adjusting to your budget. How is all that unfolding for you right now? And if you could, what does your non-conference schedule look like so far?
Oh man, it's all hitting me pretty fast, man. Like you said, it's a lot of stuff, that I've had to do, since I've got the job, as far as, like you said, scheduling, recruiting, making sure guys get in school, all of those little things, man. Making sure the guys are gonna be, taken care of when they get here. So it's been fun, man. It's been exciting. It's been a lot of work. As far as scheduling goes, oh man, we have some teams, man. I know we have Baylor on that schedule. We have Texas. So we got some good teams, man, that I'm excited about playing. We want to play against the best in the country, just to see where our guys are.
Well, look, here's the $64,000 question. Are you going to schedule Oral Roberts?
No, hey, no, I'm not scheduling Oral Roberts, man. Me and Coach talked about that, man. Kind of crazy you bring that up because when I left, I told Coach, man, if we ever played them, I told him we'll beat them by about 20. So I think I'm gonna stay away from me and Coach are two competitors, man. Because he came back around and said, man, I will beat you by 50. So
Well,
I know what Coach loves to do, man, and he pretty much has an idea of what I want to do, man. So it'll definitely be an exciting matchup.
well, look, man. Not only would it be an exciting matchup, it'd be a pretty good payday for you guys on the bluff. So why not, man? Take advantage of the situation.
Oh man, nah, that would be fun, man. That would be fun, but we pretty much got our schedule already done.
Okay.
So yeah, we've been working at it, man. Those guys that Coach Brazos and those guys that were here, they did a great job of putting together a great schedule. So when I got here, I didn't have to put add but a couple of games to the schedule. So we got an exciting schedule, man. I can't wait to get on the floor with the guys.
Okay, once again, we're talking with Coach Solomon Bozeman of the Golden Lions. New basketball coach has been assigned by new athletic director, Chris Robertson. So it's a lot of newness coming on in the state of Arkansas. Now, Coach, when you analyze everything and, you always visualize yourself being in this position sooner or later, right? So my question to you is, now that you're here, what are some of the things that are rushing into your mind and your thought patterns from your coaches and mentors, and what has each one meant to you to get you where you are right now?
Man, these guys have meant so much to me because I've learned so much from all of them. Even going back from my college days with Coach Steve Shields, just how hard he pushed us every day. To them jumping in the coaching game with Coach Golden, just his energy that he brought every day. And then, the head coach now, Coach Tanner, who was his associate head coach, he was a defensive coach, really defensive minded. I learned a lot from him. Then I went to Little Rock under Coach Wes Flanagan, and I learned a lot of things from him, such as discipline and how he really cared about the guys. So, and then I learned a lot from assistants too, man. I really picked some of the older guys' brains, like Kwanzaa Johnson, Mitch Cole and Little Rock. Those guys are really, really close to me, especially Coach Kwanzaa Johnson. I've learned a lot from him. And then like fast forward to Oral Roberts and, just being under Coach Mills and learning how he thinks offensively and how much he loves the guys, and then picking Coach Freeman, the assistant coach over there, picking his brain every day. He recruited Kevin Durant and has a really good basketball mind. So I learned a lot from all of these guys, and they have a special place in my heart.
Very good. Now, when you're speaking of the assistant coaches, have you been able to shape your staff together? And if so, what is it looking like?
Yeah, I have a nice staff, man, that I'm working on. That I put together just a bunch of guys, man, that that I value and respect. And I always have been some guys that I've known for a long time. When you put together a staff, you want guys that are loyal, guys that are gonna work hard. So definitely some guys that have been, to me, they've been Division I assistant coaches. They're really good at what they do, and they just didn't get that break. So I'm bringing on a staff that's hungry and a staff that's ready to work.
Okay. Are you at liberty to name who you have coming?
Now I can't name them right now. We're still going through that process, but I'm pretty much almost done with the staff.
Okay. Okay. Fair enough. That just gives us an opportunity to come back again and have you on the show, right?
Yep.
Yes, sir.
Like I say, man, I love to be on this show anytime.
Well, we'd love to have you at any time, and we want to thank you very much for making yourself available. Now, we have a custom here at the open mic, my man, and we want to give you an opportunity to have some closing thoughts and comments, and the floor is now yours, sir.
Man, I want you guys to understand that UAPB basketball, I think it's going to be a special season. I think it's going to be special times coming from UAPB. Not just basketball, but athletics. I love what A.D. Robinson is doing. I love his passion, for the university, with him, being a former football player here. Just listening to him talk, just looking into his eyes when he speaks, you can tell how much he really loves his university. So look for UAPB athletics to be special. That's what we're going for. So, like I said, just look for it to be special.
Oh, man, sounds like a great plan and a great vision, if you would, for the Golden Lions at the University of Arkansas at Pine Bluff. He is the newly head basketball coach, Solomon Bozeman, and I am the radio guy, Dr. Mike Prince. We're thanking you guys so much for meeting us on the Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union Hotline. And until the next time, you guys be blessed, and we'll see you on the other side.
The Open Mic Broadcast Network would like to take this time to recognize its sponsors and underwriters: Attorney Lee Van Richardson, Brazos Valley Schools Credit Union, Prairie View Athletic Club, Temple of Refuge Ministries, Reflections Paint and Body Shop, Helping Hands Lawn Service, Diva Skin Conditioner, Purple Drip Daiquiri and Grill. For more information on how you can become an underwriter or a sponsor here at the Open Mic Broadcast Network, our number to call is 832-213-8824. Serving the community through faith and athletics. The Open Mic Broadcast Network, Prairie View, Texas.